My name is Geeta and this is my story. My biggest struggle was to overcome depression and rejection because as a child I always suffered from the fact that I have epilepsy and it kept playing on my mind again and again. During that time I was far away from the very concept of God, and I had no clue that God even existed. So my entire childhood was just very bad and sad. My level of epilepsy was like high, and I was on the third stage, which was very according to the doctors it was very bad. That took most of my childhood away, and that it was the very fact that I always struggled with having friends. I always felt inferior. It made me feel insecure because I was the second child and we were 3 siblings, so I always thought that my parents gave more attention and they gave more of everything to my other siblings, and I was always like, okay, I am inferior and things like that, and it made me think that maybe I am not worthy and maybe I am not meant for it, and that just added to the whole depression. At one point of time I even tried to commit suicide and end my life, but I don't know, there was one thing that always kept me back. Now I can say that it was definitely God that kept holding me back. One fine Sunday I just went to church, and I heard about a teens camp, and I had nothing in mind except for just going there with my brother and just meeting some new people. So I just decided I would go, and obviously I knew the fact that I would get seizures anytime, and because I was not on medicines. It was the second day of the camp when we had this amazing and beautiful worship session, and it was all led by the teens around there, and it was I think it was only then that I actually felt that okay, and that was my first encounter with Jesus, and I think that was the turning point of my life, and I think that changed everything. The depression, the rejection, and everything that I felt and everything that was in my head, and I was really happy, and I was so excited, and that I still don't have words. But I think that was the meeting where everything changed. The way I see myself now, and even when 5 years back I look at my life, I really wonder how could I be like that. So I think it's only my encounter with Jesus, and it was just amazing, because from that moment onwards I know that I have that fighting spirit only because of Him. I know that I am accepted in Christ and nothing else matters. So I think even now if anybody will ask me, I will just say I think Jesus is the turning point of my life. So there's this verse in the Bible which says that I will never leave you nor forsake you. It's just about the love of God, and it's just unsearchable actually. And that's the only thing that encouraged me, because I was at that point of time I was so alone that I could have only got one thing, and that was one person, Jesus. And I feel the only encouragement was that he was there with me in all my struggles, in all my fights, in whatever discourages, but I know that He was my encouragement. My name is Geeta and I'm gonna be a light.